Appreciate it. Congressman Ratcliffe, we'll just go right down the line.
Well, Tim, thank you. Appreciate the invitation to be here. Let me echo what Gary said. It is a tremendous privilege and honor to be able to serve with a bunch of folks that very quickly we've gotten to know our freshman conservative colleagues, and I think that's the reason that Gary had such a profound and inspiring message, and I think that we all will with respect to the opportunities that lay ahead for conservative solutions. In my case, I ran against a Republican incumbent, a 34-year incumbent who was frankly very well liked. But the reason that I have the opportunity now to serve in Congress was, as Tim said, notwithstanding all of that, what I learned out on the campaign trail is that people are very much discontent with the status quo. There is a feeling out there, and I think that I hope to represent that feeling, and I know that Barry and Dave would tell you the same thing, is that the feeling out there is that Washington is filled with a bunch of career politicians that have come up here, stayed too long, promised too much, and ultimately become part of the problem that they were sent here to fix. People are looking for a different type of representative, and I think that that's something that we all are striving to be and see as a tremendous opportunity. Out there, there is tremendous frustration. I caught the tail end of Congressman Jordan's comments, and I very much found the same thing to be true in the 4th Congressional District of Texas that I'm privileged to represent. I don't have this opportunity because people have fallen back in love with Republicans. Out there in my district, people feel like the Republican Party has been focused too much on the top 1%, that there's been too much corporate cronyism, corporate welfare, and corporate bailouts. But they're also convinced that the Democrats are focused too much on the bottom 3%, folks that are getting by on entitlements that don't really need them. And what they really feel like in a middle class or middle income district like mine is that no one's fighting for that 96% in between. They see $18 trillion of debt. They see our porous borders. They see too much taxation, too much regulation, and then they see a lawless president that repeatedly tramples our Constitution, and they want to know, will someone finally stand up for us? I campaigned on those issues about being that type of representative, and I think we're off to a great start. I think some great legislation that's coming forward that really does provide conservative solutions where we're going to attack some of the problems that people have had to endure for the last 6 years. The next 2 years is an audition for the Republican Party, for my party. We've got to convince middle America that we can do a better job and that we deserve to have a Republican president, and that if we have a Republican president with a Republican House and a Republican Senate, that we really can get back to the principles of Reagan and the conservative beliefs that we all believe in. So, thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Congressman Lattimore.